Good morning, students. Hope you are well. So, today I welcome you on the e learning class session. So, in this session, we are going to study how to write a summary. But before we begin, let me remind you of the writing skill topics which we have studied in standard 11th. In that first one, email writing, uh, you have been told or we have discussed how to write an email. Now, what is the reason behind writing an email or learning how to write an email? The reason is that in future, when you will go for a job or apply for a job, you will have to apply through email. Means the company or the office, they will ask you to send your applications for that particular job through email. So email learning or drafting email is very important or crucial in future. Then we have expansion of idea. Second skill we have learned last year is expansion of an idea. Now here line has to be expanded in at least 100 words. So how to expand that we have learned last year, but this year also you will have to take the textbook, means 11th standard textbook, through you will have to go through it as to how to write an email or how to expand an idea. All that is given in the textbook. At the same time, you can go on internet and find out how to draft an email or how to write an email or how to expand a particular idea into 100 words. Then third skill we have studied last year is that interview, means frame interview questions. Now you see there are two types of questions. One is direct question and the other is open-ended question. Now when you frame any question, that question comes in a examination, that frame at least 8 to 10 questions that you are going to ask to the person. Now see that when you frame a question, you have to use direct question. Direct question means whose answer is in one or two lines. Then we have also studied blog writing. So blog, you can open your account as a, you can become a blogger, or you can blog, or you can write a blog, and you can earn money out of that. So that is one thing. Then fifth is film review, which we have studied. That is write a review of any film that you have watched. So film reviewing also is one skill which we have studied last year. Then last skill which we studied last in 11th standard, that is art of comparing. Means conducting a program or becoming an anchor or become a host of that program. So all these are the life skills which we have studied last year. Now, what is life skill means? We have to implement these skills in future. We have not studied these skills only for examination or scoring marks. Scoring marks is one thing. We are learning this to score marks. At the same time, all these skills we have to implement in future. So that is why they are called life skills. Now, in this section, section 3 of writing skill, I have written here, one is summary writing that we are going to see today. Then next is mind mapping. Now what is mind mapping? Mind mapping is we have to draw branches, sub branches, tertiary branches. Means if you find any subject difficult or hard, at that time you can make branches, sub branches of that particular topic or subjects. For example, if you are preparing for your HSC exam, now what you will do? First you will make a timetable. Just you have to draw like a web. It is a web diagram. Preparing for HSC examination. So first you will draw a timetable, then thorough reading of the text. You'll have to read all the textbooks. Then next, you'll writing practice. You'll start writing at specific hours. Then what you'll do, you'll memorize equations, formulas, whatever you have. The next point is time for relaxation or doing physical exercises. Then preparing memory maps. Then making notes or prepare self notes or condensed notes. And last, sufficient time for revision. So in this way, you can make a mind map. So that is the second topic which we will study later in detail. Why we are supposed to make a mind map means our brain is not a refrigerator. We cannot dump everything into our brain. So mind mapping helps us to make our brain happy. Then it helps to store information in a very radiant manner. Then the job is made easy for the brain and it help unlock potentials of the brain. So mind mapping is also one of the important skill which you can learn in order to make a particular subject easy, or if you want to plan for your career or for your future, or if you want to prepare for HSA examination. So mind mapping will help you to make that thing very easy. Or you can go on internet and find out different videos related to mind mapping. Then third skill we will learn in this section is note making. Note making is nothing but the information in verbal form is turned into non-verbal form. That we have already done in schools as well as in 11th standards. That is, the passage is turned into chart or table, or it is like a tree diagram. Then number 4, SOP, statement of purpose. What is SOP? This is, I think, new for you. It is an application to university to seek admission. That is SOP. Now it is in essay form, then it describes you as a person. SOP is not an application, but it is a descriptive type of thing. Means in that you describe you yourself as a person, then your aims, your ambitions, then your journey of life, their academic achievements, your special qualities. That has to be written in 500 words or 5 to 6 paragraphs. So proper SOP can give you admission in the best universities in India as well as abroad. So the admission committee judges you or your application on the basis of SOP. So in the text, it is given how to write an SOP, or you can go on net and find out different ways as to how to write a proper SOP. Then number 5 is drafting virtual message. That is also one more new skill which has to be learned. It has to be written in 50 words. That will go in detail afterwards. Then number 6 is group discussion. So group discussion has to be learned in order to frame dialogues or give opinions or leadership qualities. So all these are the 6 skills which you are going to learn this year. One is summary writing that we are going to see today. Then second is mind mapping. That is very important for students. Then you have note making. Then number 4 is SOP, that is statement of purpose. Then fifth is drafting virtual message. And number 6, group discussion. So all these are the skills which you are going to learn in this section. So all these are the life skills to be learned. That is, more practice is needed. It cannot be learned or understood in only 35 minutes lecture. You'll have to read more, practice more. So skill develops when you practice. Then for more information about all these skills which you have, you can go on YouTube or internet. Now, as far as writing is concerned, it is a difficult activity. Now, if I give you any topic and ask you to write, you'll not be able to write. Why? because writing is an activity which is done without anybody's help. So it needs a lot of practice. Now, example, I like to give, when we assess papers, when we check board papers, we find that students somehow try to finish up a writing skill section. Now, the reason is that lack of practice. They write only twice, one in the class and second time directly in the examination hall. So because of lack of practice, they are not able to produce or present appropriate things which are asked in the writing skill section. Second thing is that no proper knowledge. They don't have knowledge of rules and regulations regarding those writing skills. Or as far as summary writing is concerned, they copy the whole paragraph, whole passage as it is. Then next is time management. You will have to manage time. 3 hours. Then you have to complete the question paper in those that time. So for that you will have to manage time. And there is a proper paper is lengthy and more options will be there in your examination. So you'll have to divide the time properly. Otherwise, what will happen? Some portion or some question may not be able to, you may not be able to solve. So that is why practice is very important as far as English language is concerned. Okay. So I think I have cleared all the things related to writing skill. Therefore, in this unit 3.1, we are going to start with that. Okay. Oh, before that, there are icebreakers which are given on page 135. In that first one, to summarize means to recapitulate the main points in selection. That is the main thing about summary. Then second is the type of summary that consists a paragraph to express the main idea is written summary. Okay, then page number 135, you can see here, there are various ways of writing given. That is summarizing. It includes main ideas into one's own word. In Marathi, we call it Saransh Lekhan. Means we are not supposed to copy. It includes main ideas into one's own words. Then second is paraphrasing. In Marathi, we call it Anuvad. It must be identical to the original and match the document word by word. Then third is precise writing. In Marathi, we call it Sankshep or Goshwara. Take broader segment of the source and condense it slightly. Third, next is quoting. It includes not just the main idea, but every detail expressed clearly and to the point. Editing, or in Marathi we call it Sampadan. It includes selection of proper lines from the given text for correction, condensation, and organization. And last one is gist writing. It includes the most essential part or the crux of the matter. So all these are the icebreakers, means the ways of writing, various ways of writing. Then we move on to, I'll show you the slides.